Imagine a man so powerful he could stop the world not with an army but with a signature. His name was John D. Rockefeller. He built not just a company but an empire that gripped America. His influence haunted the nation's economy, making or breaking fortunes with a single decision. Men who defied him saw their businesses wither, their futures erased. This was corporate warfare, silent, devastating, and absolute. To the public, he was a phantom, a devout Baptist, a family man, yet a predator in business. He moved with chilling precision, seeing the world as a chessboard. Rivals were pawns, partners were pieces he played for total victory. Newspapers called him a monster, the head of a great octopus, whose tentacles reached everywhere. He commanded a control no private citizen had ever wielded. Competitors woke in fear, finding their supply lines cut, their customers gone, their businesses dismantled by an unseen hand, his. Rockefeller believed his purpose was to bring order to the chaos of oil, but it was an order of absolute submission. He didn't just crush rivals, he absorbed them, making their strength his own. The story of John D. Rockefeller is about power, ambition, and how one man's drive changed the world. John D. Rockefeller was born into uncertainty, the son of a con man and a devout, disciplined mother. From his father, he learned distrust. From his mother, relentless order and work ethic. As a boy, he raised turkeys and kept meticulous ledgers, obsessed with control and efficiency. The chaos at home fueled his hunger for stability. At 16, he became a bookkeeper in Cleveland, known for his fanatical attention to detail. He mastered the language of money, seeing that numbers told a story, and he who controlled the numbers controlled the outcome. Rockefeller was cold, precise, and unflappable, saving and investing while others spent. His first business partnership revealed his ruthless bargaining. When oil was discovered in Pennsylvania, he saw not just opportunity, but destiny. Rockefeller didn't want to join the oil boom. He wanted to own it. The quiet bookkeeper was ready to become a king. The world was about to be lit by kerosene, and by Rockefeller's ambition. The oil rush was chaos, wild speculation, shoddy production, cutthroat competition. Rockefeller saw opportunity for order, his order. He realized the real power was in refining, not drilling. With partners, he built his first refinery in Cleveland, naming it Standard Oil, a promise of reliability. Efficiency was his weapon. He cut costs, found profit in waste, and undercut competitors. He built a network of spies, knowing every rival's secrets. Rockefeller approached competitors with the plan: buyout or be destroyed. If they refused, their suppliers vanished, railroads raised rates, and profits disappeared. He returned to buy their crippled companies for pennies. One by one, Cleveland's refiners fell, not a merger, but a conquest. The Cleveland massacre was complete. Rockefeller owned the city's oil. He didn't just win, he rewrote the rules of business. Standard Oil became a behemoth, consuming everything in its path. To stand against it was to face an economic hurricane. Rockefeller's methods would become the blueprint for corporate domination. The age of the robber barons had found its master. With Cleveland conquered, Rockefeller targeted the nation's arteries, the railroads. He offered railroad barons exclusive high-volume business in exchange for secret rebates, slashing his costs below all rivals. But he went further, demanding drawbacks. A cut of shipping fees from his competitors' oil. His rivals unknowingly paid a tax to Rockefeller, funding their own destruction. This secret alliance created a near-total monopoly. Independent producers couldn't compete, their costs soared, their businesses crumbled. Few understood the invisible hand crushing them. Rockefeller's war on the rails was devastatingly effective. He was strangling the oil industry with his victims' own money. The South Improvement Company was Rockefeller's most audacious scheme. A secret cartel with railroad barons to institutionalize rebates and drawbacks. The plan: double shipping rates for all, but give massive rebates and kickbacks to Standard Oil and its allies. Independents faced bankruptcy. The scheme was industrial extermination. When the plan leaked, outrage exploded. Oil producers united, boycotted, and forced politicians to act. The charter was revoked. Rockefeller suffered a rare public defeat. But the monster wasn't slain, just driven deeper into the shadows. Rockefeller learned, never show your hand so openly again. Public defeat didn't stop Rockefeller, he simply adapted. Shaken independents sold out, Standard Oil grew larger. Preferential railroad rates continued quietly. Rockefeller's next innovation? The trust. In 1882, Standard Oil Trust unified dozens of companies under 9 trustees, Rockefeller at the helm. This legal structure allowed nationwide monopoly while skirting the law. From 26 Broadway, Rockefeller controlled production, pricing, and competition with ruthless efficiency. By the late 1880s, Standard Oil refined 90% of U.S. oil. Kerosene became cheap and reliable, but at the cost of competition. Thousands of businesses were wiped out, the public grew fearful. Rockefeller's name became synonymous with greed and the dark side of capitalism. The Titan's grip was secure, but a reckoning was coming. The backlash grew. Journalists like Ida Tarbell exposed Standard Oil's brutal tactics. Public outrage led to the Sherman Antitrust Act. After years of legal battles, the Supreme Court broke up Standard Oil in 1911. Rockefeller's empire was split into 34 companies. The octopus was dead, but its legacy endured. Rockefeller's methods forced new laws to protect the market. Ironically, the breakup made him richer as the new companies soared. Exxon, Mobil, Chevron. His legacy shaped the energy world for a century. In later years, Rockefeller became a philanthropist, revolutionizing medicine and education. He was a destroyer turned creator, a villain, then a benefactor. His story is a chilling reminder. Ambition can build empires and crush everything in its way.